How do you make a woman feel desire for you even when she doesn't seem interested at all? You know that moment when you're talking to a woman who seems amazing, but her interest just isn't there. You try being kind, you try giving attention, yet the more effort you show, the more distance you feel growing. And if you've ever experienced that confusion, I want you to stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to hear may completely change the way you understand attraction forever. Most men are trying harder when they actually need to move differently. And the painful part is that many good men spend years believing something is wrong with them when the truth is much simpler than that. If you've ever felt invisible to a woman you deeply liked. I read the comments, and honestly, these conversations matter because so many men were never taught emotional dynamics in relationships. They were taught to achieve, provide, and prove themselves. But attraction doesn't always respond to logic. Sarah, host of What She Thinks YouTube channel. Before we go deeper, I need to clarify something important because this topic gets misunderstood constantly. This is not about manipulation. This is not about tricking women into liking you. Healthy attraction can never be built on fake behavior. What we're talking today is understanding the emotional and psychological signals that naturally create magnetism between people. The signals most women subconsciously respond to before they even consciously realize it themselves. Research in evolutionary psychology and behavioral science consistently shows that attraction is often influenced by rapid emotional assessments. And here's the part most men don't realize. Women are not just reacting to what you say, they're reacting to how they feel around you. That feeling becomes everything. Think about two different men. The first man constantly seeks validation. He over-explains, he apologizes for everything. He rushes to text back instantly because he's terrified of losing the connection. Which one feels emotionally stronger? Which one creates intrigue? Which one feels safe and exciting at the same time? That's where attraction begins. If I show her how loyal I am, she'll like me. If I'm always available, she'll appreciate me. If I compliment her enough, she'll see my value. But attraction usually doesn't work in that order. Emotional connection comes first. Logic comes later. A woman often needs to feel emotional stimulation before she starts imagining long-term possibilities. Imagine a woman says, "I'm extremely competitive." Most men instantly reply, "Wow, that's awesome." But a playful, emotionally intelligent man might smile and say, "Honestly, you look like someone who secretly hates losing board games." Now notice the difference. The second response creates emotional movement. It creates playfulness. And no, that doesn't mean women want toxic men. That's an oversimplification. It means human beings crave emotional intensity, emotional contrast, and emotional presence. A man who creates emotional movement stands out more than a man who simply behaves correctly. Let's talk about the first psychological trigger, masculine presence. This has almost nothing to do with physical appearance. Presence is energy. It's the way a man carries himself emotionally. Women notice this instantly. Does he seem grounded in himself? Does he appear emotionally reactive? Does he need approval from everyone around him? I once worked with a man named Daniel who constantly struggled with dating despite being successful, intelligent, and genuinely kind. Then I observed him socially. The issue became obvious immediately. Every interaction he had was based on trying to be liked. He laughed too quickly. He filled every silence nervously. His body language constantly asked for acceptance. So I gave him one exercise. Slow down, that was it. When he walked into a room, I told him to stop scanning for reactions. 3 weeks later, he called me laughing because for the first time in years, women were approaching him differently. Not because he changed his face, not because he memorized pickup lines, but because he changed the emotional experience of being around him. Confidence is often communicated through nervous system regulation. Women subconsciously feel when a man is emotionally centered. It's calming, it's grounding. And in a world where anxiety and emotional chaos are everywhere, grounded energy becomes incredibly attractive. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time you're in a social situation, focus on your breathing before focusing on attraction. Relax your shoulders, plant your feet firmly, speak 15% slower than normal. Maintain comfortable eye contact instead of darting around the room. You'd be shocked how much your perceived attractiveness changes when your body communicates calm certainty. The second psychological trigger is emotional challenge. Now be careful with this one because immature men misunderstand it completely. Emotional challenge is not arrogance. It's not disrespect. It's not playing mind games. It's simply the ability to create playful tension instead of desperate agreement. Most men think attraction comes from pleasing women non-stop. So they agree with everything. They avoid disagreement. They suppress their personality to avoid risk. It creates engagement. Her brain becomes active because now the interaction feels dynamic instead of predictable. Women often associate emotional confidence with a man who isn't afraid of tension. And tension, in healthy doses, creates chemistry. One woman once described it perfectly during a relationship study interview. She said, "The men I remember most weren't the ones trying hardest to impress me. And here's something important. Teasing only works when warmth exists underneath it. Otherwise, it feels hostile. The goal is not to diminish her. The goal is to create emotional rhythm. Warmth, challenge, curiosity, playfulness. That's magnetism." And if this video is already shifting the way you think about attraction, take 1 second to like the video and subscribe, because these conversations go much deeper than surface-level dating advice. Most channels teach tactics. We're talking about psychology. Now let's discuss selective attention, because this is where many men accidentally destroy attraction without realizing it. When a man becomes instantly over-available, the emotional mystery disappears too quickly. Human beings value what feels emotionally meaningful and psychologically earned. That's basic behavioral psychology. Scarcity increases perceived value. Again, this doesn't mean pretending to be busy. It means genuinely building a life that matters outside of romantic attention. Women are deeply attracted to men who have direction. Purpose changes your energy completely. A man with goals, passions, routines, friendships, and ambitions communicates abundance subconsciously. He doesn't feel emotionally dependent on one woman's validation because his identity is already full. Compare that to a man who immediately rearranges his entire schedule after one good conversation. The emotional pressure becomes heavy very quickly. I remember hearing about a man named Marcus who completely changed his dating life after focusing less on women and more on himself. He started boxing again, reconnected with old friends, built a business project he'd been postponing for years. Ironically, the less desperate he became for female attention, the more attention he naturally received. Why? Because fulfillment is magnetic. When your life already has momentum, women feel invited into your world instead of feeling responsible for becoming your world, and women can feel that difference immediately. The fourth psychological trigger is intentional listening. This one is massively underrated because most people don't actually listen. They wait for their turn to speak. But emotional intimacy grows when someone feels deeply seen. Women remember how men make them feel emotionally. And one of the fastest ways to create emotional closeness is remembering details most people forget. Not performatively, authentically. If she casually mentions loving jazz music and 2 weeks later you send her a song recommendation connected to that conversation, something powerful happens psychologically. Her brain registers significance, presence, attention. In psychology, this connects to emotional validation. Human beings are wired to bond with people who make them feel recognized. And here's the key. Intentional listening isn't about collecting information to impress her later. It's about genuine curiosity. Ask deeper questions. What made you passionate about that? What was the hardest part of that experience? What do you miss most about that period in your life? Most people stay on surface-level conversation forever. Attraction deepens when emotional depth enters the interaction. And interestingly, women often test emotional intelligence indirectly. They'll mention something vulnerable casually just to see how emotionally attentive you are. Do you dismiss it? Do you ignore it? Or do you notice it calmly and compassionately? That response matters more than most men realize. The fifth psychological trigger is calibrated vulnerability. This one changes everything when done correctly. A lot of men were raised believing emotions make them weak, so they either suppress everything or emotionally dump everything at once. Neither creates attraction. Healthy vulnerability is controlled honesty. It's the ability to share real parts of yourself without collapsing emotionally. Women don't bond deeply with perfection. They bond with humanity. One of the strongest emotional connections often happens when a man shares a meaningful struggle confidently. Not for pity, not for rescue, but simply from self-awareness. For example, saying, "There was a period in my life where I completely lost confidence in myself after failing at something important. It forced me to rebuild who I was." That creates connection. Why? Because emotionally mature vulnerability signals self-acceptance. And psychologically, self-acceptance is incredibly attractive. People trust people who are comfortable with themselves. I remember a woman once describing the exact moment she fell deeply for her partner. She said they were sitting in a parked car late at night when he admitted he used to struggle badly with anxiety after his father passed away. But the way he talked about it wasn't dramatic. It was calm, reflective, honest. She said, "That was the moment he became real to me." Not perfect, real, and real creates intimacy. Now let's talk about physical connection, because body language communicates before words ever do. The sixth trigger is gradual physical touch. Research on oxytocin and bonding consistently shows that respectful physical contact can increase emotional closeness and positive association. But timing and calibration matter enormously. The key word here is gradual. Attraction dies when touch feels forced or invasive. But light natural touch during moments of laughter or emotional connection can create warmth and familiarity very quickly. A brief touch on the arm during a joke, guiding her gently through a crowded space. A warm hug that feels grounded instead of rushed. These moments matter because attraction is physical and emotional simultaneously. Women often decide how safe and emotionally connected they feel through subtle nonverbal experiences. And here's something many men overlook. Your nervous system affects hers. If your touch feels anxious, needy, or tense, she feels that immediately. But when touch feels calm, confident, and emotionally attuned, it creates comfort instead of pressure. This is why emotional intelligence matters far more than memorized techniques. Now we're approaching the final psychological trigger. And honestly, this one is probably the most misunderstood and powerful of all. Controlled unpredictability. The human brain is addicted to dopamine, and dopamine responds strongly to anticipation and uncertainty. Think about why people become obsessed with songs they can't stop replaying or messages they're waiting to receive. Anticipation intensifies emotional focus. In attraction, predictability can slowly kill excitement when overdone. Again, this doesn't mean becoming inconsistent or toxic. That's emotional immaturity. Controlled unpredictability means maintaining depth and independence simultaneously. Sometimes you're playful, sometimes thoughtful, sometimes deeply attentive, sometimes focused on your own world. This creates dimensionality. A woman starts wondering about you even when you're absent. And curiosity is one of the strongest emotional accelerators in attraction. One man explained this beautifully after finally understanding dating dynamics. He said, "I stopped trying to keep every interaction perfect. I became more natural, more spontaneous, more relaxed. That's when women started feeling drawn to me." Exactly. Perfection is boring. Authenticity with emotional range is compelling. And here's something crucial most people ignore. Desire often grows in space, not constant texting, not nonstop reassurance. Space, because space allows anticipation to develop. It allows emotional imagination to activate. It allows someone to miss your presence. One woman admitted during an interview, "The men I obsessed over weren't necessarily the most attractive. They were the ones who made me feel emotionally curious." That curiosity matters, because attraction is rarely just visual, it's psychological. Now, before we finish, I need you to hear this carefully, because this may be the most important part of the entire video. None of these triggers work long-term if your self-worth depends entirely on female validation. Women can sense emotional dependence incredibly fast. The most attractive men are not necessarily the richest, tallest, or most handsome. Often, they're simply the most emotionally grounded. They enjoy women without worshiping them. They value connection without chasing approval. They can handle rejection without collapsing emotionally. And ironically, that's exactly what makes them attractive. Because confidence is not thinking you're better than anyone else. Confidence is knowing you'll be okay no matter what happens. If you're constantly trying to make a woman desire you, she feels pressure. But when you focus on becoming emotionally strong, socially aware, purposeful, and genuinely fulfilled, attraction often begins happening naturally as a byproduct. That's the shift. Stop chasing attraction directly. Start building the traits that create it indirectly. Presence, purpose, playfulness, emotional intelligence, self-respect, calm masculinity. And remember this, not every woman will feel attracted to you. That's normal. Attraction is personal. Chemistry is personal. The goal is not universal approval. The goal is becoming the kind of man who naturally creates emotional impact where genuine compatibility exists. Because when a woman truly feels emotionally safe, emotionally stimulated, and emotionally curious around you at the same time, desire doesn't need to be forced. It grows naturally. If this video resonated with you, comment the phrase emotional presence below so I know you made it to the end. And if you want more deep psychological insights into attraction, relationships, female behavior, confidence, and emotional connection, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications because the next videos are going even deeper into the hidden dynamics most people never talk about. And remember something powerful tonight. The moment you stop trying to convince people of your value and start embodying it quietly, everything about your energy changes, and people feel that before you even speak.